look at that. I love you guys. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. This is like a family reunion. Isn't every doTERRA event like a family reunion? Yep. You can barely walk 5 steps and just want to hug every single person. It's the doTERRA disease, the hugging disease. Okay, so as I was sitting back there, I remembered a quote that is in one of the calls, and it was down in the text. I'm like, I'm going to look that up, and I'm going to share it, because when I read it, it stuck with me, and it goes so well with exactly everything that Allyse just went through with the weekly success schedule. Did you guys know that when I got back from Prague, which was, I now refer to my life in doTERRA as pre-Prague and post-Prague, because it has had that big of an impact on us, on our team. And I did a training call that was called 20 hours to diamond, 20 hours a week to diamond. It was the most highly attended call that I've ever done in my 6 years in doTERRA. Is there a desire, a need for a clear path to success? Do you guys feel that clarity building in you with every single presentation, every single part of this method? I promise you guys, if you stick with this, if you are consistent, it's going to work. And that's the quote I'm going to start out with. It says, there's 2 parts of it. It doesn't matter what works for you, it matters what you are able to duplicate. Get that like tattooed on your forehead, put it on your office wall. That is the key to everything. So if you're doing things that are hard and your team thinks they can't do them, it's not going to duplicate. And then this, the way you become financially free is to lead a large group of people to do a few simple things over a sustained period of time. Yes? It's a light bulb. I should be seeing like little light bulbs going off all over the place, because if you guys stick with this, do what Allyse is saying, over a long enough period of time, you stick with the simple things consistently, you're going to have success. I'm excited to see that happen for you guys. So there's a component in this that, you know, we can come to these events and we get excited and then we go home, and sometimes it's just really hard to stick with it, isn't it? It's really hard to continue to do the things, those simple steps, day after day. And so I get to talk about accountability and how we can keep each other accountable. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little heads up so that we don't have mass chaos. At the end of my talk, we are going to pair up with our accountability partners for the next 2 months. Each of you, thank you. And now I know how she feels. And thank you, one person who's excited. Yes, you guys should be so excited that you get to go home and have someone that is going to be there to encourage you. Some of you guys are thinking, well, what if I get a weirdo? Doesn't matter. Nobody in here is weird. Every single person wants success. And thankfully, you actually don't have to be at the same place in your business for this to work, okay? Is it helpful? Yes, but it doesn't have to, you don't have to exactly line up. So just keep that in the back of your head. Be thinking about who you want, maybe somebody that you met, somebody that you know that you're going to partner up with, okay? Don't get distracted yet, but you're gonna get there toward the end. All right, so how many of you guys like story time with Allyse? Are her stories the most fun?
Yeah.
I was sitting in the back yesterday and she was telling a story. I'm like, I thought I'd heard all of Allyse's stories. I hadn't heard that story. Every single time I hear the story, we were listening to another one, and I leaned over to Dana. I'm like, it just never gets old. It just never gets old. I laugh every time. I just love hearing her stories. They're inspiring. They make me so happy. So I thought I would give you a little story time with Sarah. And it has to do with Allyse. Okay. How many of you guys remember back in the olden days of doTERRA when Brianne had Diamond Mine? Do you guys, anybody? Yeah. Those were amazing. I loved it. So I was at Diamond Mine. We were Blue Diamond. We had just hit Blue Diamond a few months before, maybe 5 months before. And somehow I was out in the hall and I was sitting on the floor playing with a baby. And this blonde lady was there playing with the baby too. I didn't really know who she was. And she started talking, and we started talking. We just got in a conversation. She says, well, what's your story? What's going on with your business? How are things going? I'm like, well, I hit Blue Diamond, and things are going really good. I'm just loving all of this. And she's like, well, do you have a strategy? Do you have a strategy to go presidential? I'm like, no, I'm just gonna, kind of keep going with it. Get there when well, what's your day? When are you gonna get there? I'm like, well, hopefully in a few months, maybe, I don't know, whenever it feels like we might. How do you think that went over with Allyse?
Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
So she's like, okay, we gotta strategize. Get your journal, get something, give me a pen. And she opens the page, she starts drawing all these circles, she starts drawing all these lines and these numbers, and you're gonna call this leg, and you're gonna say this, and you're called this leg, and here's your plan. And those of you that are going to tomorrow's and Saturday's event, raise your hand. You're gonna be so excited. You're gonna be so excited. She's the master, okay? She's the master. And as she's talking, I'm like, oh, this lady knows some stuff. I think she's smart, okay. I'm gonna pay attention. And she looks at me. She says, you think you can do this? And she says, I bet you $10,000 you can't do it this month. Like, I'm scared of you. Like, Diamond Mine was right after leadership, right? It was probably almost mid-March. She's now asking me, betting me, $10,000 that I can't do it in the next 2 weeks, pretty much, when I had no plan to do it. But something in me, and competitive is not even in my top 10 of strengths, but significance is up there. So I think that's what drove me to be like, yes, okay. I mean, I don't even know what that means. Do I pay you if I don't hit it? What does that mean? But here's the thing. The whole point of it is that it lit something in me. It lit a possibility, that light bulb of possibility. And you guys are getting that right now. You're getting that possibility ignited in you, and anything is possible when you feel that inside you building, right? I bet some of you have had that little pit in your stomach kind of butterflies. Yeah, as she's laying out the success schedule, all of that. Do you guys think I hit presidential that month? Yeah. Yes, I did. Thank you. Do you think Allyse was in the back of my head all the time? Like, I bet you can't. I bet you can't. Let's talk about the 10,000. So in Prague, I hadn't really brought it up to her. I didn't know Allyse, you guys. It was just a random blonde lady on the floor. Come on. I'm not done with the story. You can't tell. It's gonna end well. It's gonna end well. So in Prague, she goes, Did I pay you? Did you?
I totally forgot to pay her.
No, but here is the thing. I have received so much amazing training and inspiration from this lady. It is worth far more than $10,000. Absolutely, hands down, for my team, all of it.
I literally looked at her in Prague. I'm like, oh, did I ever pay you that I got you? And she's like, no.
I never expected her to.
In front of like the whole room of Diamond Dashers. I was like, oh. And they're like, and you're talking about keeping your commitments. So
yes, you can make the check out too. No, it was all, but it lit that. I had no intention. So if you're sitting here and you're thinking, no intention of going silver, it's too short of notice for me to do Diamond Club. No intention of doing Diamond. No, whatever that is, please reconsider, okay? The reason why this works is because when you are accountable to someone or a group of people for doing what you said you would do, you can easily get stuff done because you engage in the power of social expectations, right? When you feel kind of pressure from those around you, people asking you, hey, did you go to the gym today? Right? Those of you that like to go to the gym, isn't it so much more fun to meet a friend there? You're so much more likely to show up, actually do the things. Even the actual workout is way more fun when you have a friend there. Social expectation it's a really big deal. Now, I want to clear something up about what it means to have these accountability partners. And these accountability partnerships, I asked my team because, of course, I came home and I ran a Back to Basics kind of challenge with my team, and we assigned accountability partners. The people that stuck with it are the ones that had the results. They are. They're the ones that had the results because they were doing it day in and day out. I'm going to give you details in a minute. But you're not going to be dragging people. You're not going to have to nag people to do it. Because accountability is helping someone take ownership for what they said they want. Accountability isn't making sure someone's doing something. Did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? Right? In my accountability group from Prague, it was Haley Hobson and Jess Iddings. And it was just a bolstering and encouragement. One picks the other up when the other one falls down kind of thing, and reminding each other, hey, how'd it go today? And I have told them I want to do this, so it was just a very good feeling kind of thing. There was no nagging kind of going on, right? And also, when someone says they want it, that's how I treat my team when I'm mentoring them. If they say they want to hit diamond by this date, and then they're showing up with excuses and everything is starting to fall apart, do you think I'm going to be like, oh, that's so sad. That's really hard. You should probably quit. You should probably not go for that. No, I'm going to say, remember back when you told me you wanted to hit diamond? I'm here to help you remember what you committed to yourself. Right? That wasn't even a commitment to me, that was a commitment to themselves. Okay? And so sometimes that has to be a little bit of a hard truth as a mentor, right? Where you are walking alongside someone and you are helping them remember what they did. Okay? So as a little exercise, you can sit here and think to yourself, on December 31st, 2020, if I have not hit my goal, why is that? And write it down. Well, that's because every time I commit to something, I decide it's too hard about a week later, and then I go into hiding, and I go into a shame cycle, and I don't talk to my upline. Whatever that is for you, whatever it's been, you can write it down and actually acknowledge it so that you don't do it again. So you can put it out there, and then tell your accountability group, tell your mentor, will you call me on that when I do that? When I go 3-4 days without messaging you, because what happens is when people don't do what they say they wanted to do, shame comes in. And you guys ever not message someone back because you just feel like, dang, I wish I would have done that, and it's shame. Instead, lean into your support. Stop running away. Running away it's another disease in doTERRA, where we just kind of stick our head in the sand. Okay, so get clear about what could hold you back, and then wipe it off. It's not gonna be that. Okay, and then give someone what they need to keep you aware of that. All right, so what are you guys committing to? What are you committing to? What is going to happen when we do this accountability? I'm committing to 10 to 10. How many of you guys are familiar with the 10 to 10 concept, right? When I first heard about this, Haley Hobson actually was the one that told me about it long ago. I didn't realize at that point that Allyse was the originator of that, and it's such a brilliant concept. So by 10 a.m., you will text your accountability group 3 things which I didn't put up there, 3 things that you're going to do that day. Okay? It cannot be, made myself a cup of coffee. It can't be, I mowed the yard. It has to be things that are income producing. Okay, so before 10 a.m. And then by 10 p.m., you're going to text back that you did them, what the results of those 3 things were. Now, 3 is a really big number, right? We've talked about that, Steve Jobs, 3. Productivity, if you look out in the productivity land, that number 3 things a day, 3 priorities a day, that's a big thing, okay? So I'm going to give you some examples in just a minute, but by 10 a.m. and by 10 p.m. Now, don't get all hung up on like, well, their time zone was different, and do you think they should get in trouble? And I don't, just do it for your time zone, and 10 to 10, okay? Monday through Friday, you can have a little break on the weekend, but every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Are you guys skipping Wednesday because you were busy that morning? No, every single day. For 2 months. And I forgot to ask Allyse, What is the 2 months? Is it starting Monday through 2 months, or is it through the end of March? Where's she at? Hello? Is it through the end of March?
Hold on just a second.
I just got 2 months,
Yeah.
but I think it goes to the end of a month, right?
Yeah, so right now they're gonna go back home, right? And they start it Monday morning.
Monday morning.
And we're gonna go all the way through January, all the way through February. That's actually more than 2
I
months.
know,
through
that's
March,
why I was
huh?
confused through.
Do you guys want through March or through February?
I think through March.
Should we do March?
Yeah,
We're gonna do March.
It's
It'll be
important.
good.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be good.
All right, with 3 friends, okay? You and 2 friends. Are you guys excited about this? If you're someone that I don't like anyone up in my business, I can run my business by myself. How far has that gotten you, right? Where are you at?
Hey Sarah, really quick, I just wanted to say something. So for all you presidentials and diamonds in the room, Dana, where are you? Are you here? She's in the
Yeah,
back?
right
Yeah,
there.
she's way in the back. Jenna, where are you?
Oh, she's not here.
Dana, what did we just do for the last 3 months? Me and Dana and Jenna, we were accountability partners as presidentials. And every single morning by 10 a.m. and 10 p.m., we committed. We did more than 3 though. And every night, were you really productive in those months? No, I'm asking you, did you feel really productive in those months being on accountability?
Change your life.
Best months of my life.
Oh, best
I
months
was
of
really
my life.
accountable. It goes for the presidentials in the room too.
Yes.
So if you're sitting in this room, you need to find some accountability partners. Does this make sense? Every single one of us need accountability partners. Every single one of us.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Dana and Jenna were awesome accountability partners. They made me do things that I wouldn't have done if I didn't have them. I knew that by 10 p.m. I had to keep my commitments. It's really good.
Yes. Okay. We're clear. Okay, so that's what you're committing to. Here's a little stat to help you get encouraged. The American Society of Training and Development, which I just realized backstage is the acronym is ASTD. Who came up with that? I think we should definitely have an acronym. Did a study on accountability and found that you have a 65% higher chance of completing a goal if you commit to someone. Just commit to anyone. Oh, hey, I'm going to do that. But if you have a specific accountability appointment with the person you've committed to, you will increase your chance of success by up to 95%. What? That's amazing. You would be a fool not to take us up on this. So here's what an example of your accountability text will look like, okay? Now, Jess and Haley and I, we actually prefer doing ours on Voxer. You guys familiar with Voxer? If you're not, you might like it, try it. It's kind of like a walkie-talkie app, but we were able to text, send videos, send voice messages. So sometimes I would send it by 10 and then I would message a little bit. We'd message back and forth and a little bit of encouragement and hey, hope you have a great day. You're gonna build friendships even deeper with this, right? So by 10 a.m., I'm gonna follow up with Callie, Laura, and Steven about their samples. Income producing activity. I'm gonna have a one-on-one with Danielle, income producing activity, and I'm gonna teach week 2, continuing ed tonight, income producing activity. And then by 10 p.m., I gave an update on those items, okay? I invited Kelly to class on Monday. I left a video message for Laura. Do you guys ever do that? If you do leave a message, video yourself, send the message. It's kind of a fun little touch. Dropping off a new oil for Steven. Danielle enrolled with the Natural Solutions Kit. Continuing ed was amazing. So many new LRPs. It is amazing, okay? I love the continuing ed program. So that's what they are going to look like. Now, how it's gonna benefit you, you're gonna probably get a new rank. Who wants a new rank? It is, you cannot consistently do income producing activities over a period of time and not see growth in your business. So you're gonna look for that new rank, you're gonna get happiness. It's just gonna be just automatic. You're gonna just be so excited to message your people. And honestly, when I knew that I got to chat with friends about what I was gonna do that day, I was happier. I was like, I am really happy to let them know how my day went. Friendship, deeper friendships, because as you're going through do you guys think hardships are gonna pop up in these 2 months? Do you think some days are gonna be hard? Oh yeah. Why do you guys think we have 3 people versus 2? At least one will be having a good day. That's it. That's it. If there was 2 of us and I'm up here with my partner, and they fall down and they're sad and the day is hard, I'm like, oh yeah, well, I guess I'll keep going, and then I'm by myself, and then I get bored, and then I quit. If you have 3 of you, 1 on each arm, at least 2 usually are gonna keep going. Now, if one person forgets to go and do their thing in the morning by 10 a.m., 2 other people are probably remembering. Whereas when you only have that one other person, it's so much easier just to kind of forget. And even being in a larger accountability group, it's easy to get lost. Like, will it even matter if I put my accountability in this group? No, because maybe people won't even notice if you don't. People are gonna notice when you're the 3rd person in a 3 group, right? Okay, friendship, more money. Again, coming back to the money, the rank is good. More clarity. The thing that you're going to gain from this is when I would read Haley's text, okay, let's just be honest, that girl works so hard. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of stuff. She tells me she doesn't work that hard, but I'm looking at her schedule, and we would do 5 a day, not 3, and I'd be like, yes, good idea. I'm gonna add that to my schedule too. And so as you are watching what your peers are doing, you're gonna go, oh, that's what I could do today. I didn't really think that, I didn't have a list in mind yet, but that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, you're gonna gain more clarity. And when you have clarity to what you're gonna do in your business every single day, there's less frustration. Yes?